Hello, and welcome to the Killer Cuties podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Cassidy, and I've seen almost every horror movie out there.
And I'm KD, and before we started, I'd seen almost none of them.
So join us each week as I attempt to make a horror fan out of Katie.
As a warning, we will be discussing spoilers and some uncomfortable topics that may be in the plots, so feel free to check out the film on doesthedogdie.com first to check for any triggers before listening.
Today, we're going to be talking about Brian Bertino's 2008 directorial debut, The Strangers. Let's get spooky.
Okay, shall I kick us off with a summary?
Please.
All right, this is a short one. James and Kristen arrive at James's childhood summer home after attending a friend's wedding and after Kristen rejects James's marriage proposal. James calls his friend Mike, asking to be picked up in the morning, to which Mike agrees. Later that evening, a young woman knocks on the door asking for Tamara, and the couple tells her that she has the wrong house. James leaves to get cigarettes for Kristen, and the young woman returns and asks again for Tamara. Kristen turns her away and begins to suspect someone has broken into the home, eventually seeing a man in a mask right outside her window. She retreats to the bedroom, and when footsteps approach, she's relieved to see James, but still wary of who's in the house. After being terrorized further, the couple hunkers down with a shotgun and shoots one of the intruders, who actually turns out to be Mike, who arrived a little early. The couple is horrified and tries to escape, but they're captured and tied up by three masked strangers. After stabbing the couple several times, the strangers leave in their truck. Two young missionaries then enter the home to find Mike and James dead. When one of them approaches an unconscious Kristen, Kristen reaches out to him and screams.
Yeah, that's it.
The end. Well, the end until there's like six other movies or something.
There's a sequel.
Just one?
There is one sequel, and there's
Oh.
apparently one that's in the works. So,
Oh.
yeah, only
I
one.
thought there were a whole slew of them.
No,
Oh.
you started watching like some drama romance instead of this film, correct?
I did. I did. It was on I think it was on Tubi.
Mm-hmm. How
Um,
was it?
Not good. It looked like a home video. It's by Shoreline Entertainment. Also came out in 2008. It's an hour and 15 minutes. Two secretive and reserved people going through life with no passion or engagement become randomly connected by a worldly fluke event. I didn't even stay long enough to watch that worldly fluke event, but
Wow, you obviously missed the best part.
yeah. Um,
Well, join us next week when we talk.
I'll talk about that Strangers from 2008.
That's crazy though. I didn't even know that there was like another one that came out that year.
Neither. Neither.
Yeah.
This movie wasn't even supposed to be called The Strangers.
No. The Faces, right?
Yeah, The Faces. But
I think The Strangers is better.
yeah, that and um two music fun facts. The Merle Haggard song that plays like kind of recurringly throughout the movie.
Mhm.
That was when Merle Haggard was with his band The Strangers.
Mm.
And Steven Tyler,
Aerosmith, yeah, before.
Aerosmith. Yeah, before Aerosmith, Steven Tyler was also in a band called The Strangers.
Yeah, I knew that one. I didn't know about the Meryl song.
Merle Haggard.
Merle.
I think it was Merle Haggard, right?
I
Somebody
just like
old.
unlocked a core memory, not a core memory at all, but like one of my friends back in Iowa has twin twin uncles, I think, called Merle and Burl.
Oh my god. That's kind of cute.
Yeah.
That's funny.
um
But no,
anyways,
confirmed. Mama Tried is the song by Merle Haggard.
nice.
And the
Who proposes at a wedding? That's not the time nor the place.
No wonder she said no. I would have said no.
I know. Once they get back to the house too, and he comes back from the cigarettes, and she's like, "Someone broke into the house, like in the room with a knife and like bloodied up," and he's just like, "I don't think so, honey." I'm like,
Yeah.
I get exactly why she fucking said no to you. Hashtag believe women. I'll keep saying it in every episode until we fucking believe women.
Yeah, no, that scene specifically made me think, "Oh, he's the guy in the mask."
Oh.
Mhm.
You thought he was, like, scaring her
Gaslighting her.
because she said no?
Yeah.
Ooh, that would've been fun.
Yeah. Like, "How fucking dare you turn down my proposal?" But no.
No.
Pretty kind of straightforward movie, all things considered. No twists or
Yeah.
turns, really.
Nope. Just
Very
a classic home invasion film.
yeah. Almost more thriller than it is horror. I would vote more like thriller suspense than horror.
Yeah?
A little bit of like audio horror, I suppose.
You don't think people coming into your house and killing you is horror?
No, that's crime. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know that I would be horrified by that.
No? I think that is literally what would horrify me. That's
I mean, it's scary, but just because the movie's scary doesn't make it horror, right? It could be
sure.
suspense.
Yeah, your definition of horror is beyond me, but, that's for another time.
I'm still learning.
Um, I do like the fact that the friend Mike, played by Glenn Howerton
Glenn Howerton?
from fucking It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The fact that he showed up to their house, had, like, a rock thrown through his window. The house is in disarray, and he doesn't just immediately leave and call 911 is, like, crazy.
Oh, yeah. His death was his fault.
Yeah, and also, who's walking through someone's house without fucking saying anything?
Yeah,
Although I
why
do
was he
like,
being so
as soon
quiet?
as he said hello, they just shot the fuck out of
True. Yeah. Yeah.
him.
Um,
But I guess,
not
like,
an ideal
it's a movie,
situation.
so that's why he did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
What was your, like, your general feeling of the film? You don't have to give a rating yet, but, like, did you like it? Did you not like it? What were things that you didn't like and liked about it?
I mean, it was suspenseful. I liked that. It's always fun nowadays to, I mean, 6 months ago, I would have said, no, this is not fun. But now it's fun to like sit on the edge of your seat watching a movie. Um, but like, it was just kind of bleh. It was just like, meh, it was
Alright,
just eh.
'kay.
Do you like it a lot?
I
Do you
love
like
this
this one?
movie, yeah.
Okay.
I know. But it was a sleeper hit or like a sleeper hit. It has a cult following now. I'm the leader of the
Yeah.
cult, but it got really mixed reviews. I don't understand that, but like go off, I guess.
Like it's a good movie. I like it, but it didn't have any like twists or turns. It didn't have any like gotcha moments.
Yeah, I
It
think
wasn't like particularly beautifully made. It was just kind of a movie,
just kind of I
which
mean,
is fine.
fair, I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't really like when I think about this movie, I don't think it needs any like twists or turns or anything.
Okay.
But I mean, I also saw this movie for the first time when it came out in 2008, so it wasn't like
You're a young,
traumatizing.
impressionable child.
Yeah. Um, but, like, it was shot
uh,
in chronological order. We know I love that.
yeah, that's fun.
And,
Um,
I know the exteriors were shot at, like, an actual house, but the interiors was all just a soundstage.
yeah.
And apparently in order to get, like, a real reaction from Liv Tyler, the director would tell her that a noise would be coming from, like, one place and then do it in another. Another classic case of horror directors not trusting their actors for whatever reason.
Well, that I feel like is I probably would have just said like there's going to be a loud noise
Yeah.
and not tell them the direction from which it is coming.
Yeah.
But like, why lie?
Who's to say? I
Classic
also
horror directors.
I know, I don't know what their fucking
Right.
deal is. I also remember reading that Liv Tyler would do, like she'd, like, run or, like, do jumping jacks or, like, some sort of physical activity between scenes to,
Yeah.
like, stimulate the panic that the character was feeling by being out of breath, but I couldn't find if, like, she was just doing that to get into character or if, like, they were making her do that, so I don't know.
Yeah. And why only her and not James?
Yeah, Scott Speedman.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Which Scott Speedman ages like fine wine, let me tell you. The only thing I remember seeing him in prior to this is Grey's Anatomy. He's a recurring character now in Grey's Anatomy.
Mm.
Pretty prominent character. He looks good as a little salt and pepper daddy.
Yeah? How long has he been on the Greys? Like 25
Um,
seasons or something like that?
no, pretty recent actually. Like only a
30
season or
seasons?
2. No.
Somebody
Uh,
cancel that show, please.
seriously, it's gone on way too long. Way too long. The second that Christina left that show, they should have stopped it.
I don't I have seen exactly one episode. Well, actually I think it was a two-part, so maybe two episodes. But as soon as my sister loves that movie or that show, and as soon as she told me that there had been two plane crashes, I was like, they're out of ideas. I think it's
Yeah.
time to just wrap it up.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair,
Mhm.
this is sort of related. Harrison Ford has crashed a plane like 4 times and lived.
Like a like a like a personal plane?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes more sense though. And that just seems like he maybe just shouldn't be flying planes.
I If he's gonna crash 4 times and live, he can fly me anywhere.
I would just prefer someone who's not gonna crash, if I'm being
I
honest.
mean,
If I have to crash, sure, it can be with Harrison Ford. But if I'm gonna be on a plane, I would prefer it not to crash. So
yeah,
maybe
that's true.
someone with a record a little more solid is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But you do
Um,
you, boo boo.
yeah. Anyway, he is on Grey's Anatomy. Also,
Yes.
Liv Tyler, I mean, I knew this, but this just reinforced it. Just kind of has her elf voice from Lord of the Rings. The voice that she uses in Lord of the Rings is not a voice. That's like her voice. Kind of like mousy, high pitched.
Yeah, she's very like soft spoken.
Yeah. Until she screams.
Well, yeah. Is it bad that I just don't remember a lot of Lord of the Rings already?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something about like Armageddon.
Never seen Armageddon.
Oh, we gotta watch it.
Is she in it?
Yeah.
Does she talk like that in that movie too?
Sure, I don't know. It's been years since I've seen that movie. It's terrible, but like in the best
Oh.
way.
Oh. I'll watch it. I'll watch anything.
um Anyways, back to this film.
Yeah.
Apparently, so at the beginning, it's like, oh, based on a true story. Not really, but like more inspired.
Yeah.
But the writer and director Brian Bertino said that it was partially based on an incident from his childhood, where one evening a stranger came to his door, asked for someone who was not there, and left. And then later he found out that other homes in his neighborhood had been broken into,
Yep.
which is
Classic
scary.
case of casing.
Case of casing.
What? No. Isn't that the Christmas radio station guy? What? Is it? Casey Kasem?
Oh, that's not what I said. I said
Oh.
case of casin, which is what I thought you said.
I said case of casing.
That's what
They're
I
casing the
said.
home.
Yes, a
Oh, I
classic
thought
case of casing.
there's a radio talk show host called Casey Kasem
So we said
who
the same thing, but you just didn't you thought I said something differently, and then you made me question that you said something
yes, yes. But no, Casey Kasem makes me
different.
think of uh like Christmas. I think he does like Christmas radio. I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway,
yeah.
yeah, I've heard of that actually happening.
Yeah, and then I think he also said he drew inspiration from, like, the Manson family murders, specifically, like, the Tate and LaBianca murders, so,
Hmm.
home invasion.
Yep.
And then a lot of people said that they saw similarities, with the Ketty Cabin murders back in the '80s.
I don't know those.
It's unsolved, um, and it's just I think it was, like, 2 couples in a cabin up in California, and they done got murdered, and no one knows what happened to 'em, really.
Hmm. Maybe it was a bear.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I can't remember all of the specifics, but I wanna say, like, their bodies were found like, some of them were buried and, like well, I guess it could have been any animal, but, like, I don't think it was.
Did you ever see that documentary about the author's wife who died? I think it's called The Staircase or The Stairs.
Mhm. The staircase.
Yeah, and she
Yeah,
just
the
has
owl
like
theory.
yeah,
Yeah,
sus.
yeah.
Mm,
I'm not gonna say he did it, but
wasn't a fucking owl.
I do like so when they were designing the interior set for the house though, they wanted it to feel like it could have been like your brother's house or a house you grew up in or something like that. Which I think
Yeah,
they did a pretty good job of. It does look like it looks like someone in my family could have lived there, you know?
yeah. To me, it feels like Grammy's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with like being in the woods and like starting fires and yeah, I felt that. I felt that. I
Yeah.
guess they were surprised when they found because, like you said, the exterior scenes were shot at like a real house with a barn and a shed, and they were surprised to find like the driveway was long enough, and it was just like the perfect
Yeah.
set. Um,
Yeah, that they were able to
just nice.
find something like that.
Yeah, not build it.
Yeah.
How much did it cost to make this movie? How much did it make?
I don't know.
Me neither. I'm looking. It cost 9 million.
How much did I make?
Um, and it made 82.4 million.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's really not that bad. Became a sleeper hit. What does
Yeah.
sleeper hit mean?
It means it's not, like, immediately successful, but then it becomes successful after
Oh,
some time.
like Forrest Gump and Napoleon Dynamite.
Exactly like both of those films.
I looked it
Yeah, if there were 3 films that I think are very similar, it's
up.
those.
um, no, Napoleon Dynamite when it came out sucked, and then everybody suddenly liked it for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was because like, that yeah, we had a weird sense of humor in the early 2000s, and it hit on that for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I remember when this movie came out. Me and all my friends loved it.
Hmm. Well,
Katie's like, "Mm, not impressed."
it's just a movie, right? It's just a movie.
Yeah, what is it? What is in every movie?
No?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Us, masterpiece. Strangers,
Okay.
movie.
Okay. Apparently in the finale they were gonna add more like dialogue and interaction between the strangers and the couple.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, they cut it out. They were like, nah, these fuckers gotta be mysterious.
Yeah, yeah, that was a good move on their part. I like that.
Yeah. I like that it's just like no motive. You never see their face. Like even when they unmasked the couple, like you don't see them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being a kid and like immediately Googling who played them so I could see what they looked like.
You kind of get I mean, you get sort of a view of Dollface at the beginning when she's on the porch, sort of.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like pretty. She's pretty hidden by the lights.
Yeah. The man in the mask doesn't even have a single line.
Mm-mm. It's the only one that doesn't talk.
Hmm.
Yeah. Also, I like in the opening, like credits scene, kind of when it's like showing like going by houses.
All the houses, yeah,
Yeah, they're like inspired by classic horror movie houses. So like, there's like
yeah.
a house that kind of looks like the one in Nightmare on Elm Street, and one that kind of looks like the house in Halloween and Amityville
Yep.
Horror. I
Yeah, I
like
was gonna
that.
say Halloween in Amityville.
Yeah.
Um, if you could live in a fictional house, what house would it be?
Uh, I don't know. There's so many.
Oh,
I gotta think about that for a bit.
oh, I know exactly.
Oh, which one?
Beetlejuice house.
Okay.
I love the Beetlejuice house. And there's a
Yeah.
house right by my parents' house that looks just like the Beetlejuice house. I want that house so bad.
Ask me after I've seen the new Barbie movie because it might be that one.
It might be that one. Yeah. Did you see that they had like um all of the what the fuck?
You'll get there.
Wait, I'm getting there. HGTV like hosts and stuff make Barbie house, like they built the Barbie dream
Oh.
house.
Wait, yeah, aren't they like putting it on Airbnb or something?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So fun.
I'd stay in it.
Same. I would definitely stay there. Wait,
Oh,
maybe I'll change my answer to Twilight House. It's Beetlejuice house. It's always been Beetlejuice house.
it's always been.
Yep.
Yeah, not the house in this movie, that's for sure.
Felt homey though. They were right the way that they
That's true. For a
staged
bit.
it.
Just a
Well,
bit, you see them in the background and ooh,
oh yeah. That was a little spooky.
Okay, this was the movie that I was talking about when you said when you were like, "Oh, you mentioned a movie where like you see shit happening in the background."
Oh.
This is it.
Oh, it's just the one scene though, right? Where he's in the hallway
No,
and
I
she's in the
wanna say
kitchen?
there's, like, another one. I don't know. I just remember when I was a kid and I, like, rewatched it and I was like, "I didn't notice they were in that scene." But I can't remember
Oh.
which one it is now because now I know which one's there.
Yeah, yeah. But no,
But
that one
yeah.
scene where she's getting a glass of water and he's in the background, yeah, that was kind of spooky.
Yeah.
Um,
But I also I liked how this movie doesn't, like, overstay its welcome. Because it is, like it is just a home invasion movie.
yeah,
So it's like,
true.
there's only so much you can do with that, and it doesn't try to, like, force more onto it than it should. Like, it's
Mhm.
a little under an hour and a half, and it's just like I feel like the pacing worked well, and it was just kinda like yeah, it was over when it should have been over.
Yeah. And I guess I'm not giving enough credit because nobody really escapes. That's kind of fun and different from like your everyday run of the mill horror movie. Like as far as I'm concerned, Liv Tyler's dead.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
did she make it to the sequel?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know.
Okay.
It never like talks about her in the sequel, I don't think. It's about like an entirely new family.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's kind of they're going for like an episodic type of thing.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
The other thing that I noticed that I enjoyed was
Sorry, I had an itch on my leg.
oh, really weird face there
I
for a
know
second.
because I like was trying to like discreetly bend down to it.
Discreetly while scrunching your face in pain? Yeah, go off.
It didn't work
Anyway,
out like I thought it would. Okay.
um, The Shining.
Hmm.
Yeah, I saw The Shining in that one scene where he's trying to knock the door down with the hatchet or
Have you
whatever.
seen The Shining?
Yeah, I've seen The Shining.
Oh. I feel like when we started this and you were like, "Oh, I've only ever seen Paranormal Activity. That's the only horror movie I've ever seen." Like, I'm finding out that you've seen more than just that.
Paranormal Activity is the only movies that I enjoyed, and I
Okay.
saw very few outside of that. Shining, like Tucker and Dale, yeah.
Zombieland
Zombieland, I mean, yeah, like the funny ones, the ones that are billed as comedies.
and horror.
Yeah, and I was fucking traumatized. We say this every episode. I was fucking traumatized by Pyramid Head.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. In Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I wasn't
The Shining,
traumatized, but something else happened to me when I saw it.
yeah, I don't doubt that at all. Um,
He's hot.
The Shining, my grandma made me watch with her.
Oh, that's a choice.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. She's like, "Oh, this is a classic movie. It's so fun. You'll enjoy it. It's a fun movie to watch."
Did you?
I'm like, "Okay, grandma." Yeah, that's when I saw it. I was a child with my grandma.
No, did you enjoy it?
No. No, I was scared shitless. And
Okay.
then my parents found out that while I was in California with my grandma watching this movie, they found out that I watched it with her. And then every once in a while I was in the shower or like getting ready for bed, they would just like be outside my door and they'd go, "Red rum." Traumatized.
Yeah. I think, that's doesn't everybody have like a story about people traumatizing them with a horror movie at some point?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
well, how scary did you think it was?
Didn't.
What'd you say?
I didn't.
No?
No. That one scene was like, "Oh, that's kind of creepy." But I didn't think it was scary. And I did watch it in the dark.
Okay.
1.5.
1.5.
You?
I don't think we find the same things scary.
You
You
think this is scary?
this scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
But when you were a kid, what about now?
Yeah, but I have to kind of give it credit for like the first time I saw it, how much it scared me. You know what I mean? Even though I was 15. I don't think it's scary now. But as a kid, I did. So I feel like I should at least give it like a 2. Because the idea of it still
Okay.
scares the shit out of me. I don't want people coming in my home. We said this many episodes ago. That's the last thing I want is people
Yeah.
coming in my house.
Yeah. True.
I thought
I
about this
agree with
movie for
you.
days when I was a kid. I
I
love locking my door now because of this movie.
This movie alone, this
Well,
is the movie
no.
that did it to you.
That and just years and years of absorbing true crime. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, no, this was one of the scarier ones when I like first got into horror movies. I was no, scared the shit out of me. But I think like real people killing people is what really like gets to me. Whereas like to
Mm.
you, you'd think that's just crime, so it's not horror.
That's crime.
That's crime. It's not. Um, but like you thought like The Grudge was really scary. And like that, I don't think that movie's silly.
Supernatural.
Yeah, so I think that's what scares
Yes.
you and it doesn't scare me. And this type of thing is what scares me and it doesn't scare or like Saw. Like Saw scared the shit out of me when I was a kid too. I think I rated that above what you rated it. Cause like
Yeah.
that shit could happen.
That's crime.
It's crime.
It's abduction.
So crime, things that could happen to me, that's scary to me.
Okay.
A
Yeah.
little meowing ghost boy, not scary to me at all.
Yeah.
Beat the shit
That's
out of
like
him.
oh my god. Yeah, no, I that might be it. That might literally be it. Is like the paranormalier it is. And like to be fair, Silent Hill is like an entire paranormal like universe almost.
Yeah,
Like they're like transported to a different world essentially. So maybe that's why it got me so bad.
there you go. Well, that's nice. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Us, good blend of both. I'm going to talk about us every episode from now on.
Yep, I can tell. Be the new.
That's the bar.
You know what? If we can talk about us instead of James Cameron, I'm fine with it.
Speaking of James Cameron, I'm
No.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Did you think it was sexy at all?
Oh. Yeah. Um, so, when I was in like just out of high school, my first job in California, or I guess it was my second job in California, technically. But my first like big girl job. Everybody had this running joke that like Liv Tyler was in like all these movies at the time. That she was my stepdaughter because I was in love with Steven Tyler. Absolutely fucking infatuated with Steven Tyler and his giant mouth. So, like, I dressed up as him for Halloween every year. I was obsessed with I went to, like, every concert that he every year. Yeah, I've got pictures. Um, I'll send them to you. Um, but yeah, so people would
Of
be like,
all the celebrities,
I know. I
that's
don't
a
know why.
choice.
I don't know why, but I had a very long, very hard Aerosmith era. I'm not proud of it, but, anyway, yeah, so anytime anybody would be like, "Oh, yeah, your stepdaughter's in that movie." Like, "Oh, you haven't seen that movie? Isn't your stepdaughter in it?"
So now you look at Liv Tyler and see your stepdaughter.
Well, no, but I don't look at her and see a sexy person.
Got it. Okay.
I do think she's attractive, but it's just there's a little barrier there for me.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I guess
anyway.
that's kind of a green flag.
Thanks, I think. But no, I still gave it a 2.
Oh, okay. I was expecting it to be like lower than that.
No, still, I mean, I get the appeal of a masked killer. There's 3 of them in this movie, so if your score is any less than a 3, I'll be surprised.
I gave it a 3.
1 for each killer.
No. Liv Tyler's attractive. I hate a Nepo baby, but I'm not gonna say she's ugly. And then we all know I like a mass killer. We don't need to keep hashing that out. We know it's
Yeah.
gonna get a bump because of that.
Yep.
And leave me alone about it. I don't know.
We're not arguing with you.
I'm you with Happy Death Day. Death Day. People love mass killer.
And people love this movie. Um, yeah, we agree. We get it.
Fucked up.
I was just gonna ask. No, I wasn't.
Oh.
Let's be honest. I mean, the one scene where they're like being stabbed and like kind of like kissing and like that's kind of fucked. I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy watching that or like thinking about that happening to a person. Um, and like I also don't want there to be a person breaking into my house. I don't think it's scary, but it is pretty fucked to like play
Mhm.
on true comedy stuff. So I gave it a 2.5, right down the middle.
All right.
How about you?
I gave it 1.5,
Okay.
but only because it was like pretty classic horror movie stuff.
Yeah.
But I do think the scene that you're talking about, like that whole scene, kind of gave it that bump because that's really sad and fucked up. It
Yeah.
also just the line "because you were home" that fucked me up for a while. So
Yeah. That's true.
that's
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite lines in like any horror movie. It's up there. I love that.
Very true.
Why are
Yeah.
you doing this to us? Because you were home.
Yikes.
Not
Yeah.
me. Lights off. I am not home.
Yeah, that's like we'll get to this in a minute, but like I'm not opening the fucking door for anybody. Go fuck yourself. I'm not
Yeah.
home.
But it is scary because, like, I am home. I'm always
But
home.
you pretend that you're not.
I know, but I am.
But if you didn't say anything, then they wouldn't know that.
The lights were on.
Oh, the
They
lights
knew
are all
they
good.
knew they were home.
Ugh. Anyway, um, I think that's another like um differentiator between the two of us. Like the stuff that's happened, like the real stuff like that could happen, that's fucked up to me. That's not scary to me.
Okay.
And you're saying that it's not really fucked up because like it happens all the time.
No, I think just, like, in the context of horror movies.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, there's not well, I mean, in real life, but, like, there's not anything in this movie that, like, you haven't seen in, like, another horror movie. I think what I think fucked up, it's
Yeah,
like when I watch a horror movie and I'm like, what the fuck was that? What did I just watch? Like, why did they
that's
do
true.
why did we need that to happen?
Yeah,
That's,
that's true.
like, more when I'm like, "That was fucked up." Like, I didn't wanna watch
Yeah,
that.
that's
But
true.
I
That's true.
did. I did wanna watch it.
Yeah, yeah. We know.
Yeah. Well, overall,
Um, can you let me ask one?
nope, I'm asking all of them this time.
Fuck. Overall, I gave it a 2.5.
Yeah,
Again, right down the middle.
saw that coming.
Yeah. I mean, I said it like 3 times. It's mid.
Yeah. I was
Wasn't
hoping
bad.
you would be a part of the cult with me, but I could tell from the beginning you were more siding with the critics.
I didn't dislike it though. I did not dislike it. It was a perfectly fine movie.
Fair.
Just didn't do it for me. You
Yeah.
know? Didn't scare me. It didn't make me laugh.
Yeah, it's not funny.
No, not even a little bit.
No jokes
Even
here.
with Glenn Howerton in it.
I always like now I don't because I've seen this movie so many times, but like I used to forget that he was in it all the time. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that motherfucker's in this. He's like 2 seconds. Just walks
Yeah,
in,
it's
gets shot, and then lays on the floor for a bit."
yeah. And he had to sit through makeup the longest. They said that he had like a 3-hour makeup routine that he had to sit through.
The first one was like 3 hours. I think the second one was like another 3 hours because they did 2 different sets of makeup. One for like the
Yeah.
fresh, just got
Just
shot
got
look,
shot.
and then one for like the hours later look.
Yeah, like rotten for a few. Poor guy.
Well, at least it was quick.
You?
4 out of 5.
Nice.
I love this movie. I'm the leader of the cult. It's definitely like one of my favorite horror movies. I don't know, it's just solid.
That's fair. I don't disagree with you.
I mean, you literally do, but
Well, not vehemently, just slightly.
yeah.
And I will not be joining any cults.
Oh, okay.
Not for this movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's a lot of cult following movies that I'm fans of. Ginger Snaps, Jennifer's Body. We haven't
Seen
gotten
it.
to that one yet, but we
Yeah.
will.
It's on the list.
Yeah. All right. Well, would you survive?
No, don't even
Oh,
talk. Don't. I want to ask a question.
she's screaming.
Would, would you survive?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because here's where they went wrong, right? I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say that they
Yeah.
opened the door in the first place, but that's wrong because they obviously were able to get into the house in other ways, as shown later on. Here is where they went wrong. They're in the room. They've got their gun. Yes, I get that they shot their friend and maybe got a little traumatized and angry about that. But you know what that means? The plan was working. Just stay in
True.
the room with the gun. And that's what I would have done for fuck. I would have stayed there for days shooting anything that moved in front of that door. I don't give a fuck who you are. Dead.
True.
I win.
Yeah. And I think at that point it was also established that the strangers did not have guns.
Yeah, no, just the. I don't even know if they had weapons. Did they? They never really said like where they got the knives, but I was just assuming they got them from the kitchen
Well, I think that the knife that they used to stab them was the knife
that
that
she had.
she had grabbed at the beginning. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, I
Um,
don't even think that the fucker said they seemed to be resourceful using what they had around the house itself.
yeah. Yeah. So to me, I'm putting my back to the wall with the gun and then just sweeping the house.
Well, it's a shotgun, so sweeps are.
Well, I don't mean like pulling the trigger sweep. I mean like like going for a sweep, you
Got
know?
it. Okay. See, I wouldn't even
Not
leave the room.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
would. I would
sitting
just
in the
clear it
closet.
out.
No, I'm sitting in the closet with that fucking gun till daytime. Bye.
And then what?
Well, and then the little boys would come. Who
And
knows?
then they would get killed.
That's literally their problem. I don't like. I'm sorry.
Or you'd shoot them.
Again, don't come into my house. Like, what are you
My
fucking
God.
talking about? I don't know. Like, what do you mean?
You're not wrong.
I know.
Uh,
What about you?
yeah, no. I'm so 2 things. 1, why did he go to the trouble to do the shining thing and break down the door when there's windows all over that fucking house? That makes no sense to me. So there is that.
I think it was like
But
a scare tactic.
yeah,
Like they
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
the whole point that they were doing. Like I think they wanted to terrorize them first,
Yeah.
because otherwise they could have just killed them at the fucking beginning.
Yeah. True. True. Yeah. But I would not have answered the door. I would not have made
I
a
probably wouldn't either.
sound. I wouldn't have gone towards the door. I would have been very quiet until she left, and then hopefully that just meant she didn't know I was home.
I think that they still probably would have pursued you,
Yeah,
but then you would
probably.
have done the same thing I did. So
Yeah. Well, with a little bit
GGZ.
more aggro.
Yeah, you would have been walking room to room.
Yeah, I'm not just
But
staying
there's
in one
three of
room.
them. They could sneak up behind you, just like they did with the guy outside once he went out there.
That's why I said back to the wall. Keep your back to the wall and sweep all the rooms.
What if two of them come at you at once from different sides?
Better hope that there's 2 in the chamber.
There's three of them.
Yikes. Um, I mean, I would think that they would be scared of the gun.
They didn't seem like they were scared of the gun.
Well, they never got into the line of fire.
Yeah, they did. The guy did, and then which one was it? When he was outside, he was like gonna shoot the one, but then the other one came up behind him and just knocked him cold.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He didn't have his back to the wall.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I'm living.
We're just better.
Yeah, built different.
Yeah. Rip to James and Kristen, but couldn't be me.
Yeah. Do you think Kristen died too?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
She seemed to not be in great shape.
Yeah.
But who's to say? She could have lived, you know?
Coulda.
People have survived a lot.
Yeah. If I've gone through all that, just let me die.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah. I'm done.
Although she wasn't going to marry him anyway, so.
Good for her. That would be the silver lining.
Yeah, she's like, well, got out of that one.
Yeah, don't have to worry about that guy anymore. No, I'm not gonna live through all that anxiety for the rest of my life. Like, just let me die.
Yeah, I already have enough anxiety about like intruders. I don't need more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although, what are the
No,
chances that it happens to you twice? You know, it's crazy.
very true. That actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was.
Unless you're Harrison Ford flying flying a plane.
That's not what I was gonna say either.
It's gonna happen a
But
lot, apparently.
uh, well,
Well, you've seen the next movie.
it's been a while.
Yeah. Do you remember the plot?
So Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a zombie movie, right?
Have you seen this movie?
Isn't it?
No.
No,
No, it is not. Are you thinking Ash versus Evil Dead?
that's not a zombie movie. That's
Well, no, but it's more zombies than this is.
Ash is from Evil Dead. Oh wait. No, okay, wait. Yes. Sorry, sorry. I was confusing Evil Dead and Resident Evil. I was like,
Okay.
no
No.
way Ash is in the same movie as Tentacle Daddy.
Oop, nope. No, no,
What's
no.
his
But
name?
I was thinking because it's a versus evil something, and like they are like rising from the dead. So I see how people could like think that they're zombies, even though that's not technically what they are in that movie. But no, Tucker and Dale versus Evil is not about zombies. So maybe you should guess the plot because I don't know if you've seen this.
Is it a British movie?
No,
Like they have British accents?
no, I don't think you've seen this movie.
Is there a funny movie?
Are you thinking of Shaun of the Dead?
Fuck, yes, I am. Oh, fuck, man. Oops. Is he British? Does he have red hairish?
In Shaun of the Dead, yeah.
Oh shit.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's what
this
I'm thinking of.
movie. No, that's not what this movie is about at all.
Okay, so Shaun of the Dead is the one that I've seen, not Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Great. Okay, so what do you think Tucker and Dale versus Evil is about?
Well, until 2 seconds ago, I thought it was about zombies and a British guy with red hair going around shooting zombies.
Well, now you know it's not. So what do you think it's
I don't know.
We've eliminated
Um,
one subgenre. You know it's not zombies now.
is it aliens?
You tell me.
Yeah, I think it's aliens. It's not?
What happens?
I mean, it's two best friends,
I
Tucker and
actually,
Dale.
can I just say though, like when you said you were like, yeah, I've seen that movie already. I was like, that's kind of wild because like it's kind of like not like a super mainstream film. So I was like surprised that you'd seen it and are claiming not to be a horror fan. So
Yeah, no.
anyways, okay, two best friends, Tucker and Dale. Good start.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shut up.
Whoops.
That's so funny.
That is kind of funny. Well, now we know. Yeah, two best friends.
Hmm.
Versus evil. No, you know what? I think this movie's like ghost hunting.
Mm. Okay.
The
How about
evil is a
BuzzFeed Unsolved?
ghost. No.
No,
Um,
not like that at all.
but this is like hunting ghosts. Not
Okay.
like, not like, this is the EMF reader and this is again. This
Okay.
was, they're like after the ghosts. They need to impress a girl.
Mhm.
So the city has a ghost. The little town that they live in has a ghost that terrorizes everybody. And Tucker and Dale are like, okay, we need to impress this girl.
Yeah.
Very like Scooby and Shaggy.
Mm.
Like, Um,
Which
so we're
one's
gonna
Scooby? Which one's Shaggy?
no idea.
Okay.
I mean, they are both humans,
Got it. Okay.
to be clear.
Good to know.
Yeah. Um, okay, maybe it's a vampire movie. I don't know. I'm just kind of going through all the genres. It feels
You're
kind of
like
more
there's
vampire-y
you're
now.
like there's something evil going on here.
Something it's in the name of the movie. But no, I think that they have to go and find what's evil. They have to kill it to impress the girl.
Okay.
It's not even like to save the girl. It's just to impress her.
Okay. Do they?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
of
Okay.
course.
Good for
Of
them.
course. And it's funny the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's not scary at all.
Okay. Great. I cannot wait to see Tucker and Dale versus Evil, where the evil is alien ghost vampires.
Well, it's gotta be only one of the three. I don't know which one.
It's gotta be. It's one of them. Who's to say which?
Yeah, it's one of those three.
It's me, and it's none
Definitely.
of them.
It's none of them?
It's not-
It's not aliens or first of all, it's not zombies. Second of all, it's not aliens, ghosts, or vampires. What's the evil?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, tell me. I'm
No,
gonna Google it.
Stop googling things.
It's not a spoiler
It is a
to know
spoiler.
the
No,
genre
it
of a movie.
literally actually is. It kind of is. Just go into it fresh. Come on. Do it for me. Okay, don't do it for me. Do it for something you care about. But like
Good save. Good save. Excellent save.
yeah, thank you.
Fine. I'll go into it blind.
It's a fun one to go into it, like not really like having expectations of like what it's gonna be about.
It is a comedy, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Good to know.
important to tell you that before you've
Yeah.
discovered.
Yeah.
So
You don't need another menu.
I do.
Ugh. Bye.
There it is.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for today. If there are any movies you'd like to hear us talk about or you'd like to traumatize me with, please let us know in the comments or shoot us a DM on our socials at Killer Cuties Podcast.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope to see you next week when we talk about the 2010 comedy horror film Tucker and Dale versus Evil. We'll see you then. Bye.